Okay, friends, my name is Mary, and I am the owner of Studio Nude Boudoir and the creator of the Broken and Beloved project. And today I have a special treat for you. I have Melissa, one of our 2024 sponsors for the Broken and Beloved project. She actually sponsored the project last year, and she's also a client of ours and has done her very own shoot. So today we're going to dig in and learn a little bit more about Melissa, learn a little bit more about her business and what she does and why she decided to join us for year two. Well, this will be year three, actually. Why she decided to join us for not only year two and year three, why she keeps coming back for more every time. We love it. So Melissa, feel free now to introduce yourself. Tell us a little bit more about your business and what got you into it.
Okay, well, thank you for having me on this morning. So, my name is Melissa Proski, and my business name is Soul Sounds. And so, my primary service that I offer is called sound massage. So, I'm hoping we can hear this. I don't know if we'll be able to, but like this is the first bowl I ever bought. So, this is called a universal bowl. It's for playing on your hands and your feet.
You can hear it.
Yeah, just automatically I like want to sigh with relaxation every time I hear that. So of course you can't feel it, but like I can feel this vibrating in my hand. So um, I'll kind of turn the clock back a second. And so what happened is when I found this, I was going to yoga, and the instructor was bringing in her bowls during restorative yoga and playing them on us. And so, of course, I was loving that and asking her questions about it. And she's like, well, I do this thing called sound massage where I play Tibetan bowls on your body. And it just sounded amazing to me, knowing just a little bit that I had the bowls placed on me. So I'm like, sign me up. So I started going to her, and I know like many people, like I have a very overactive mind. Like it's hard for me to fall asleep at night because my brain just will not shut off. And this is the first thing that I ever found that actually stops my brain. Like typically I can't even stay awake during this. Even now, after all these years, I did a sound massage swap with my friend the other day. Within 5 minutes, I wasn't there anymore. Like I was just gone until she was like, time to turn over. Um, so I bought a bowl from her, and then I found out the gentleman that started this company 40 years ago was coming from Germany to teach the class or help teach the class in 2019. So I decided to take the training, and it was like once I took it, I didn't want to work my other job anymore. I'm a now retired teacher. I kept teaching for a couple more years, but maybe you feel this way about photography. It's like I've never had like a calling in life before. And if I've heard people talk about that, and I'm like, if God ever like plunked down a calling on me, this was it. So I just had, it was like I had to do it. It was like I have no choice except for to do this. So yeah.
I love that. So you have been a client of ours, and I would love to hear you speak into your experience because we actually did a photo shoot with you all the way down in Savannah, Georgia, and had a lot of fun doing that. And I'm curious to know because I think it would be so helpful not only for the people who are interested in, participating in the Broken of Love project in the future or sponsoring, etc., how that had an impact on you. What was revealed to you in that experience that you had? And did it have anything to do with you wanting to sponsor the project this year and last year, that experience itself?
I would say yes. So first of all, the experience itself what was amazing. And the reason I decided to do it is because I feel like, I mean, I knew about the project when I booked it, but I felt like I was someone who worked through that on my own, or well, with help. I mean, I think we always do it with help from our sisters and community. Um, but after I met you and like saw what you did, it was like, ooh, I want to do that shoot. Like I want to do one of those because like it's like once you show those photos, and like I have body confidence, but it's like another level of it when you see those pictures and how somebody else sees you. And it's like, okay, I'm good, but damn, those are amazing pictures, right? And so I go back to that again and again. Like I have my little teaser video on my phone, and maybe I don't watch it as much as I did a year ago when I got it, but I still go back to it, and it still is like, it just makes me feel like so good, like the feeling. I really don't know how to describe it, but I would just highly encourage anybody, just even if they're beyond the project, to get yourself a boudoir shoot. And if you can't do the full bougie one, that's okay. Do a mini size one, because you can't believe like just how empowered that you feel after you do it.
I love that. So what made you decide, like, so I know that you knew about the project the first year
Yeah.
because we
Yeah.
connected, I think in 2021, which is when I launched it for the first time.
Yeah.
And I think we had just kind of met each other at that point, if I'm remembering correctly. And
Yeah.
then we did your shoot, and then it was year 2 already that we were moving into it. And you already knew, I remember you said, like, I don't care what I need to do. I
Yeah.
want to be a part of this some way, shape, or form. So tell me what got you to that place of like, I don't care what I do, but I want to be a part of helping and being a part of this mission that you're on to help women live freely in their skin. Tell me more about what got you connected and where's that alignment coming from?
I feel like it's coming from a space of like, I know like my own work that I had to do. And I I feel like having a group experience is just great, because we don't all have like a nice network of women that we connect with. Like I have a pretty small network. It's expanded now since I've owned my own business, but I feel like it's so great that you can bring women in, and then they have this container and this group of women to connect with. And maybe they're not all best friends, but for sure you're probably going to have some similarities with somebody. And I love also too that the project has like multiple generations, so you get that cross generational, talking and going on. I love seeing younger women moving into this rather than waiting. Like for me, I was like 50 before I dove into any of this kind of work. And then I also knew some of the women that were in the project, right? So I actually saw them go through it and saw their growth and listened to them talk about their growth. And so I just think it's a really great project, and I hopefully can continue to be a sponsor in the future. I'm just I'm stuttering now because I'm just like, I don't quite know how to put into words how important I think the project is. So I think it's really important. And women, and the fact that women want to come back a second year and be an ambassador also says a lot to me about the impact that the project is making on women.
I love that. Thank you for sharing that and sharing your heart on all of it. I think we just had a kickoff party last week where our sponsors get to come and meet with our women that are in the project. And we have a smaller group this year. And I think that that's really special that we have a little bit more intimacy there now, even too. So one of the things that we like to do with our sponsors is we like to invite them into it. So it's not just, we're going to blast you on social media and talk to you about this. Like all of that's great. We love it. We love cross promoting our sponsors and giving a chance for our audience to hear a little bit more about who's supporting us and who is behind this. So that way we can share with them that this is not this is not all me. This is
Mhm.
not all me. This is a collective of our community that's working together. And bit by bit, the community is starting to really hear more about it and talk more about it. And I love that we're making that slow, gradual change in the community as well. But I love that we got to be something a little bit different where we're not just, announcing that, but we're immersing you with these ladies and giving opportunities for you to, you know, give and serve these women through their journey and through their experience. And speaking of that, I would love to hear a little bit more about, because I'm a personal client and Melissa, so I get to go in every month and it's part of my self-care routine where I go in and have a sound massage, which is different than a sound bath. that I would love for her to explain to you guys and do that. So I'm just going to have you take it away there. But I just want to say before I do, I'll give you my own little shameless plug for you, Melissa, which is that I've been going to, I think it's been a year now since I've been coming monthly
Mhm.
for it. And I love that you give that monthly like package deal for me as well. I think that's really great that, you know, you work that savings in there so I can keep coming back every single month. So thank you for doing that. But also I will attest to the fact that this is one of the only times it's like you're sleeping, but it's actually meditation is really what it is. And I have trouble meditating a lot of times, or like, you know, being in that mindset of like just allowing my mind to just drift and not into like nowhere, but just rest. And what I love
Mhm.
about the vibrations and feeling that on my body and also hearing it is that it kind of like it's like a noise cancellation headphones almost, where I can really just focus. Sometimes I fall asleep, but I'm never really fully asleep. So it feels like Melissa's gonna have to take a picture of me before and after one of these times, because it always looks like, you know, like I just have woken up from the deepest sleep that I've been in my life, and I've been drooling and everything else. It looks like wow, you are really relaxed in there.
Mhm.
But for somebody like me, I'm a single mom. I work part-time at a hospital. I run this business full time. I don't have a lot of time to rest. And so I would definitely say this is a great way to do some self-care, if you're looking for the ability to be able to just kind of transcend into another dimension, but without having to use wine or use other, you know, chemicals or anything like that. It's just using the sound waves. But I think I kind of talked about it a little bit more, but I would love to hear your take, your hot take, Melissa, on the difference between a sound bath, a sound massage, and also talk a little bit more about your crystals and just like the experience. Like, how does it look to work with you?
Sure, absolutely. So I would say first, so a sound massage, I'll give you like kind of like a brief what it is. So um you come in, and so I have a nice, massage table. It's got a nice cushy pad on it and a heating pad. So you're laying in this really nice warm, bed, and it's nice and cushy. So because sometimes massage tables are kind of hard. Mine is not. It's very comfortable. And so you lay face down, and then I play the bowls all over. I start with your feet, and then I have more than just this one bowl. I have like about a set of 5 bowls. So I play those all over your backside, and then your feet again, and then you roll over, and I play them all over the front of the body and in your hands. And as Mary said, you get to this like the theta and delta states, right? So yes, you can definitely use it as a meditation. Some people do try to stay awake and meditate, but it can be hard because the vibrations are so powerful that it just kind of I feel like it just kind of knocks our consciousness like out of the way, right? So maybe yes, you're not actually sleeping, but you can be in that creative state, where maybe you can come up with solutions. It's energetically going to clear your body as well. So the difference between, of course, that and then a sound bath is, in a sound bath, I don't usually place any bowls on the body. So you're usually, I mean, also do private sound baths, but we do group ones as well, which you ladies will get to experience at the end of March. So there you're just laying down and absorbing all the frequencies. If it's a small group, I will sometimes put a bowl on you just so you can see what it feels like. So that's really the main difference between a sound massage and a sound bath, is off the body and on the body. Then I also do crystal therapy. So when we were all shut in during COVID, I was, like, well, what else can I offer? So I took an online certification course. So basically what we do in that is there's a whole questionnaire I have you fill out based on how you're feeling energetically, like what you feel like the color of your aura is. And how I like to describe it is it's kind of like, if you're familiar with Reiki, which is an energy healing modality, is I put crystals on your body to help balance your energy centers. It also, excuse me, is very relaxing. Um, Sometimes I can't say that I'm like a spiritual intuitive, but sometimes I do get interesting messages. Usually that comes with crystal therapy. So it only happened once. I had a really interesting experience. I was grounding somebody. So I put, like really black and brown crystals around the body at the beginning of your session. And I'm standing there and I'm activating the crystals with a master crystal. And it popped into my head. This crystal was actually like telling me, you need to tell this person this, that I'm a black dragon. It sounds a little woo. So, and it is, but it wanted me to make sure that I told my client that they needed to go look up this information, that it was, that it was a black dragon. It was there to protect her. And I'm just like, didn't want to tell her because it felt a little out there for me. So you can take that however you want it, everybody, but that's just kind of sometimes things that can happen with crystals. And then I also do I call them oracle card conversations. So it's basically like you would come in and, if you want clarity on something, and then we use oracle cards to kind of use your intuition and my intuition to help guide you where you need to go. I don't want to say the right direction, because I'm one of those people that kind of believes like there really isn't a wrong. There's more of I have choices to make, right? And even if later we might determine that choice is wrong, but it still gives us an experience, right? And a learning, and we get lessons from that.
I love that. Okay, so tell us where can people find you? How do they book with you?
Mm-hmm.
And then I think that will pretty much wrap us up for our conversation today. But yeah, let people know. I would love to have people know how to reach you, so that way they can inquire for more information after learning more about this. And yeah, like just where we can connect with you, Melissa.
Absolutely. So I do have a Facebook page just under Soul Sounds, or my personal page. You can call me directly. I'm that kind of like I just have one phone. So my number's on my Facebook page. The studio that I work out of is called Light, like Light, Light Minded People. And you can also look up, they have a website and a Facebook page. I would suggest the website though, because that's not like, so I don't keep up that page. So that page really doesn't have a lot going on. Where I post on my page fairly regularly. But they do have a website. You can book off of the website. You can also text me directly to book is fine. Feel like I'm missing a question. Where you can find, I did just want to say too, as far as like, if you are interested in sound baths, the dates are on our website. So you can go look there or on my Facebook page. And typically I'm doing 2 sound baths a month at Like-Minded People. I also do some events regularly at the Nest in Green Bay, which is a co-working space, which I know you're familiar with. So I'm doing regular events there once a month. So I'm not sure if they're posting them on their page, but there is one coming up in March. It's a sound bath with group Reiki. So, ooh. Yeah.
Lovely. I love that. Well, thank you, Melissa, for being here today and for chatting with our community and letting us learn a little bit more about you. We are so happy and so grateful for you being a sponsor for the Broken and Beloved Project yet another year. We love having you, and we can't wait to continue to keep working with you and allowing our relationship to continue to keep blossoming and growing. So please do reach out to Melissa, you guys, if you have any questions. Also, you can ask me too if you want to know anything. I've been doing this for a while, so I'm happy to advocate for Melissa as well and give you all the insight that I can too. But thanks for being here, Melissa. I really appreciate you.
And thank you so much. I appreciate you being here as well. Take care.